Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday, August 24th and Friday, August 25th, 2017. As usual, we typically don't do market previews Thursday night for Friday as most of the week's action is played out. It's usually even more true in the summer where it's going to be typically boring on Fridays. So we will focus on both days here. See what we get. We did have a very boring session on Wednesday, so after a great session Monday, especially for stocks, a session Tuesday for stocks and futures, made some money in the futures here on Wednesday, but the stock side was fairly dull. We had a couple of winners, strong winners in Tesla and Google, and then Pfizer to an extent, but it wasn't nearly as action-packed as the first 2 days of the week, and you'll see that when we look at the intraday action here in the market. So in the meantime, let's look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the S&P 500 in futures form on the daily charts. Just down a couple points, really didn't go anywhere. Crude oil down 3.5 cents to 48.37. Gold up $3.70 to 12.94. Got the S&P cash index losing 8, and it was a gap down, and then came back up a bit. So it wasn't a move there. Nasdaq side lost 21, again a gap down there as well. Stocks gains $4.77. The biotech's down 15.58. VIX up 90 cents to 12.25. The trend closing at 0.81, 2 days in a row, pretty low there. But the 10-day moving average is still 1.12. There's a couple of big numbers in that moving average right now. NASDAQ volume was 1.53, even less than Monday and Tuesday. It felt like it, that's for sure. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ, negative 383 for the session, and positive 167 on the New York. In terms of the big stocks, Google up $2.18, which is kind of a blip for Google. Apple up 20 cents, which is definitely a blip, but you'll notice we do have a 13 seeker sell signal now on Apple. Be aware of that. Amazon down $8.90. Netflix down 28 cents. That's a blip. Tesla, on the other hand, here was the big winner to offset the Amazon, up 11.42. Still holding up. The TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, rose 86 cents. Back near the highs of the last, ever since the election, essentially. Goldman Sachs loses 84 cents. Still stuck in the range it's been for a while. Here's the 5-minute chart. So you can see Monday we had some action. Tuesday we had the gap up, the push, and the drift higher. Then here's Wednesday, the gap down and just barely drifting up. Couldn't get back to fill the gap. Then drifted down. Look how bad those candles were over lunch, and the volume was horrible. Never really came back. It just drifted around, and then last few minutes sold off a little bit. But overall, not much. We are showing currently the futures down about 6 points, but it's still Wednesday afternoon, so by tomorrow morning that could show something completely different. All right, so what do we have left for the week in terms of economic data? On Thursday, we've got the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers. Probably no big surprises there. We've got the Bloomberg Consumer Comfort Index at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Existing home sales at 10. Got the natty gas numbers at 10:30. Got a bunch of bond stuff in the afternoon, nothing major. Money supply at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then on Friday, the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium for the rich people starts. And we've got durable orders an hour before the bell. Janet Yellen does have a speech she's given at 10 a.m. Eastern. And we'll see if that moves the market. And that's it. That'll wrap up the week. Remember, next week, Thursday is the end of August, and it's the end of kind of summer right in there. So it'll probably be a slow Thursday as they print the statements. And then Friday, I doubt the big players would come back for that ahead of the long weekend. We are off that following Monday, September 4th for Labor Day. And then summer's officially over, and hopefully things get back to normal. If we could get what we got on Monday and Tuesday, a little bit more amplified, at least 2 or 3 times a week, I think we'd all be very excited about that. In the meantime, charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken the trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Thursday, Friday, and a great weekend.